Good morning, everyone. This is Christina Matthew. I'm the Title I facilitator at Devon Forest Elementary School, and I'm just catching you up on what we did at our School Improvement Council meeting and our Title I planning meeting that took place on November 29th at 8 a.m. This was the agenda that we followed for today. And we just had a follow-up from our first meeting where we looked at our one-word icebreaker. And at our first meeting, our participants found that Devon Forest was a family and very engaging. We used those two words to help us discuss things that were going on in our school, and those words will be continued to use throughout our planning meetings. Again, those words were family and engaging. We talked about what comes to your mind first when we think about having a common vision. And by thinking about the common vision, we looked at a review from our first meeting at what are our starting points here at the school. We went over the district's mission and vision. We also looked over the role of the Title I planning team and the role of the School Improvement Council team that works together, and some of the other things that our School Improvement Council and Title I planning team do. We also reviewed how you can access more information about the School Improvement Council by accessing this website, as well as looking at the school renewal plan for Devon Forest. And that is a 5-year plan, and we'll go over some of those goals that we have for our school. These are some of the action steps that are linked to our school improvement plan that we've been really working on this school year. There are other things we're working on this school year, but these are some of the areas that we've been really working very hard on. And those are increasing students' time spent in reading and writing, providing additional professional development to teachers in the guided reading model, which is small group instruction, providing opportunities for peer observations, support on reading and writing, looking at our interventions for our students, and increasing the number of literacy partnerships that we have here at our school. Now, Title I grants help support the goals of the school. All the things in the Title I plan come from our school improvement plan, and these are some of the activities that we have in our grant, and this is generally what area that it's used for. So some of our activities 1A, 1B, 1C, and 2B are tied into the materials for student use, and we'll go into some of these next with some photos. So again, this is a link to our school improvement plan, and one of our goals is by 2021, the percentage of students in 3rd through 5th grades will have met or exemplary in reading, and will exceed the state average. So again, one of our things that we do with our Title I funding is purchase extra materials for classrooms, such as leveled libraries. We also have a poster maker, and ink and paper are bought, and these are things that students are able to access. We've also purchased whiteboards for students this year, as well as other items. We also use computer software at our school. Some of it's purchased by the district, and some of it is purchased by Title I. Some of the areas that are purchased by Title I are ESGI, which is used in kindergarten, and that helps the teachers track and assess students, as well as provides them with things that can be sent home to the families as far as reports or things that the families can work on, things that their child is doing well. Also BrainPop, which has some instructional videos and activities for students to do in many areas of the curriculum. And here's just some photos of some of our students using the technology here at our school. Part of our Title I also pays for some personnel, such as one of our computer lab, and also our math coach, and it also pays for half of the Title I facilitator, and there you'll see me right down here in the corner. As part of our school improvement plan that Title I supports is our independent reading initiative. Some of our families came to our event at the beginning of the year that kicked this off, our Just the Chicken event, and in October, our initiative has helped our students read 7,727 independent books. The next thing I'm going to talk about is in our Title I plan, and We also were able to go to the SCADA conference. The Title I facilitator and principal went to this conference. And some of the things that we learned at that conference, we were able to come back and share with staff are what are the best practices that have the highest impact on student achievement. And also we learned about a school in Beaufort that utilizes a house system that some of our teachers are actually going on Friday, November 30th to go and tour that school and see some of the great things that they're doing there. Another area that Title I helps support the school improvement plan is having that parent resource area in room 102, having that family communication, as well as having events at our school. Another area that the Title I plan helps support the school improvement plan are the supplemental materials for our EL students, some of our interventions that we purchase, and our Read 180 intervention. Our Read 180 intervention this year is focusing on our 4th and 5th grade students, and that's an intensive reading that is a 90-minute reading block. And we also have purchased through Learning A to Z, there's an ESOL component to it that can be purchased that we purchased for our teachers this year, and this helps supports our students, and it's linked to the WIDA standards, which are national standards for our English language learners. Another area that goes along with the previous one are, like I said, our resource area, some of our events that are going on, and some of those highlights and communication with our families. Some of our other school highlights that we're really proud of this school year are our robotics team. They're a rookie team that they've been going against even middle schoolers. The robotics head of the robotics team this year, she even joked that the last competition, some of the students noticed that some of the kids had mustaches, and they were in there, our 5th graders, and they've been doing really well. They've advanced to the state championship, which is going to be in December. We have many teachers working on that project, and we're very proud of our students. We also have been working on our writing, and we've had Project Read coming in, providing professional development for our teachers in that area. We've also been ramping up our school garden. Students have been involved with not only growing things in the garden, but also being part of caring for it, picking the things out of the garden, and cooking some of those items as well. Another area that we're really proud of is one of our music teachers, Miss Cannon. She's been heading up a lot this year in addition to the chorus and performances that she's been doing. She's also heading our running club, which not only is just about running, but it's also about that students building community and teamwork and perseverance as well. Some of our next step as a school, and some of these have already started, is our professional development for our teachers on guided reading, or professional development, which is through Project Read, and that's on the area of writing. And we also have our targeted small group interventions that we've really been focusing on this year. And we've revamped our interventions here at Devon Forest in the way that we're identifying students and supporting them based on their specific needs. So now at this point, I'd like you to think about, if you're watching this video, how does this link back to our common vision as a school district and as a school? And what does this mean for you as a parent, teacher, school leader, or community member? If you're interested in letting me know any of these answers to this and you weren't able to come to the meeting, feel free to email me and I'll let you know what that email is. It's Matthew, MATHIEUK @bcsdschools.net. Then we also had a discussion at the end of the meeting about future events, the resources in the parenting room, and suggested topics for the next meeting. So again, if you have any ideas about any of these areas, feel free to email me at matthewk@bcsdschools.net. And then in closure, we said that our next meeting will be February 21st. And can you believe it? 2019. The time of that will be announced when we get closer to that date. Some of our topics are going to include our current academic data and Title I planning and that planning, and you'll see a shift as what's working this year, how are we evaluating the programs that we have, what are we going to continue next year, what do we need to change for next year. If you have any other ideas or suggestions for things that need to be talked about at our next meeting, feel free to let us know. Thank you for